Hello everyone, this is Rajesh Pandey and today's topic is a part of a mathematical world, and we say that it is a part of mental mathematics, or you can say a behavioral mathematics. Behavioral mathematics means a part of mathematics that we use in our day-to-day life, and these portions are generally taught in class 8, 7 and 9, almost in 10 also. So why we say that it is a mental math? Because if you know some concepts, a little bit concepts about the things, you can apply in your day-to-day life. For example, I have to purchase something gift for my friend, and I bought it at rupees 500. Now my friend denied to take that gift, and now the option with me is that I have to sell that. So obviously, being a seller, I would like to gain some money what I have invested for. So suppose that I want to take a profit of 10%, but I had bought that amount, that article at rupees 500. So at rupees 500 I have bought that article, and now I am willing to sell it at 10% profit. So what does mean by profit? Profit is the extra charge that I am going to take on my investment. My investment is what? That is of 500. And what is the base of that percentage? The percentage will be taken on the basis what you have invested. So the thing is that the question arises in our mind. Firstly, we have to define what is percentage. So percentage is a part out of 100. If we take the breakdown of this word, per means each, plus cent, that means 100, and plus age, that is we say part. So in a single statement we can define percentage as part out of 100. It means if you are taking any part out of 100, it means you are taking percentage. So suppose if I want to charge 10% on what I have invested, it means if I would have bought that article for rupees 100, then I would have to charge 10 rupee extra. It means my selling price, or the price at which I am going to sell it, is going to be 100 plus 10, that is 110. ₹110 that I would have charged from him. But the thing is that the investment of mine is 500. It is not 100. It means the base is 500. So we have to think about it mentally. If I would have invested 100 rupees, then I would have charged him extra 10 rupees. But what is the investment here? It is 500. So obviously it is 5 times of 100. In the same proportion as we have studied in the ratio proportion, in the same proportion my extra charge will be also 500. Sorry, 5 times of the 10 rupees, that is going to be 50. So finally what I am going to charge from him, it will be 550. Another technique that we apply in chapter profit and loss. Since I have my cost price, that the price at which I have bought that article is 500 rupees, and the profit percent is 10%. By the formula of that, selling price I have to find out, and selling price is equal to cost price into 100 plus profit percentage upon 100. If we put the things in this format, 500 into 100 plus 10 upon 100, and after calculating all these things, you are going to get the same amount, 550. So, why it is called mental mathematics? There is no need to use your pen and paper usually to calculate such things. If the calculation is bigger, you would have to use a little bit calculation point of view, your pen and paper. But generally, when you are used to using these things, you can do the calculation mentally, and that's why it is a part of mental mathematics. So my focus will be on the things that what is percentage. So percentage can be defined as a part of 100. Percentage can be defined as part out of 100. Similarly, percentage can be written as any numbers. For example, x% can be written as x upon 100. So wherever you see this sign, you have to just put 100 upon that number, below that number, not upon that number. So in this case, percentage is a part out of 100, and what the percentage has, it is in fractional form, because every fraction looks like this, p by q, and here p is x, and denominator, that is the lower part, is 100. So every percentage can be converted into fraction. And what is a fraction is? A fraction is a number of the form p by q, where q is not equal to 0, p is not equal to 0, and q is not equal to 1. This is the proper definition of any fraction. The upper part is called numerator and lower part is called denominator. And what is the actual mental application of fraction? If you see, if you are given, suppose there is a case, suppose your friend wants 2 by 5 of the whole pizza that you have bought. What I say? Your friend wants 2 by 5 of the whole pizza that you have bought. It means the pizza would have been in 5 equal parts. And your friend wants 2 by 5 of it. The pizza has been divided into 5 equal parts. Normally the figure is not so correct, but we suppose that 2 out of 5. It means any fraction denotes what? The denominator says in how many equal parts the whole thing has been divided, and the numerator indicates what part is going to be taken. So as I say, your friend wants 2 by 5 of the whole pizza. It means the whole pizza has been divided into 5 equal parts, and out of that you are giving 2 part of that. One part is taken as 1 by 5, so 2 part of that will be equal to 2 by 5 of the whole pizza. Similarly, if you imbibe that concept or you put that concept in the percentage, so if your friend says, I want 20% of the whole pizza, So 20% of whole pizza, if you convert the percentage into fraction, what I say, you have to write 20 divided by 100. And if you cut it, you are going to find out 1 by 5. It means your friend wants 1 part out of 5. Similarly, if your friends say, no, this is less one, I am going to take 40% of what you have bought. So 40% can be converted by the rule of fraction, 40 upon 100, and that is going to be 2 by 5. So I think you people have understood that any percentage can be converted into fraction, and similarly any fraction can be converted into percentage. So both are you can say equivalent to each other, but their representations are different. So come to the things. The very first thing that we study, that is the conversion of any fraction into percentage. So if I say I have to convert 3 by 8 into percentage, the question is very simple question. Now try to do it mentally. Now what I say, any fraction, what does it signify? I have taken 3 by 8. It means the whole thing has been divided into 8 equal parts, and out of that we are considering 3 of them. So suppose there is a paper sheet and we have divided it into 8 equal parts. This is a paper sheet and it has been divided into 8 equal parts. So 3 by 8, this one and this one, this whole 3 composed of 3 by 8. But we have to convert it into percentage. It means we have to compare that number with 100. So mentally, if we want to do it, out of 8, 3 part is being considered. By unitary method you can do it, out of 1 we can consider 3 by 8, and if the whole thing has been divided into 100 parts, then if 1 belongs to 3 by 8, that means 100 belongs to more of that. So we multiply this one by 100, and here comes the format. Whenever you are getting any fraction and you have to convert it into a percentage form, then you have to multiply that fraction with 100. So simply you have to write down 3 by 8 into 100, which is going to be 75 by 2%, or you can say 37.5%. So this is the basic funda of percentage, when a percentage is being converted into fraction and fraction is being converted into percentage. Now, what are the things that we have to ponder over? We have to ponder over, what about whenever you are getting a number 1? Can it be converted into percentage? Yes, it can be, because 1 can be written as 1 by 1 and it is in the fractional form, or 1 into 100, that is going to be 100%. So what we have to keep in our mind, that 1 is equivalent to 100%. And as we know from the number theory, whenever we have any number, suppose n, so n can be written as n into 1, because 1 is the factor of all numbers. 1 is a unity, and that signifies that n is how many times? 1 times. And 1 can be written as 100%. So we can say n is equal to n into 100%. And whenever we have to do it mentally, What we can say in words? N is 100% of n. Or we can say every number is 100% of itself. Similarly, if you have 2n, that means 2 into n. And whenever we say 2 into n, that means 2 can be written as 2 into 1 into n, and 1 can be written as 100%. So we are having n equal to 200%. So what we can say, 2n is 200% of n. So whenever 1 is multiplied to any number, we can say that particular number is 100% of itself. This is the basic funda of our mental mathematics, especially in percentage. Because percentage has its application in profit and loss, discount, simple interest and compound interest. This whole part constitute the commercial mathematics, and it is a mental math part of mental math also. Why? Because there is no need to write more things as we do in our theoretical paper of mathematics. We have to write step by step, but in this section we can do, whenever we have some MCQ, we can do it mentally. And generally, when you are used to such type of things, you can develop your mental skill to do it. Now, this is one of the very important and asked in different examinations, and it is a part of mental mathematics, application of percentage, traditional method, or mental method, or non-traditional method. So I will discuss it on the basis of 100. What I say that anything, or you can note it down on your paper, that any quantity which is taken as base. What do you mean by base? From where you are comparing, is 100% of itself. Actually, this is the mantra of all chapters connected with percentage. Any quantity which is taken as base. What is base? From which we are comparing, with which we are comparing. That quantity or that thing is taken as base. If suppose that you people are going to make your dole and sole, now you will compare the things with your Bollywood stars like Salman Khan and Tiger Shroff. These are the things that you are comparing with, so they are taken as base. So similarly in percentage or any chapter which has the application of percentage, the thing with which we are comparing, that is taken as 100%. Now look at the question and read out the things. 40% of the employees of certain company are men, and 75% of men earn more than 25,000 per year. So there are two categories. First category, the company's employee has been divided into two parts, men and women. And the second thing, they have been divided on the basis of the money that they are getting. So what we say, I will say that total employees you can take as 100, because we are comparing the things with the total employees. So total employees is 100, 40%, that means 40% of that are men. So first division is, out of 100, 40 are men. Obviously 60 will be women. Now what is the second statement? That says 75% of the men earn more than 25,000 per year. 75% of the men, it means now the base is going to be men, and men's number is what? The number of men is 40. 75% of that, 75% means 40 into 75% upon 100, which we solve, we are getting 30. It means there are 30 men which are earning more than 25,000, which are earning more than 25,000. Obviously, total number of men are 40, 30 are getting more than 25,000. So 10 will be getting less than 25,000, greater than 25,000. I am just writing to make it clear. And this will be either less than or equal to 25,000 rupees. This can be. What about the women? 45% of the all employees, that is again they are dragging us to the total number of employees. So what we say, another category, 45% are getting more than 25. It means out of 100, 45 employees are getting more than 25,000 rupees. Out of 100, 45 are getting more than 25,000. So remaining 55 are getting less than or equal to 25,000 rupees. These are the structure. There are two categorization of the things. Now we have to combine the things to get the answer. Now what we have, 45 are getting more than 25,000. Here 30 men are getting more than 25,000. So out of these, 30 are men because they belong to this category. And total number of employees is going to be 45. So 45 minus 30 men, that is 15 men, 15 women will be getting more than 25,000. What the question asks, what fraction of women employees by the company earn 25,000 or more than 25,000? So now we have to combine this thing. Out of this total employees of 55 which are getting 25,000 or equal or less, the 10 men are there. It means there are 10 men out of 55. So remaining 45 women are there which are earning less than or equal to 25,000. The question is clear, the format is clear. Now jump to the question, what fraction of women employed by the company earn 25,000 or less per year? So we have 45 women which are getting less than 25,000 out of total women, because to make a fraction we have to take the base, the total numbers. The total number of women are 60, and out of which 45 women are earning less than or equal to 25,000. So the fraction will be formed. What we are considering? We are considering 45 women out of total 60 women. So the fraction is formed, and that part is going to be 3 by 4. So C is going to be your answer. So what I have done here, the things are very clear. What I have to keep, or we have to keep our mind, that anything that is taken as base is 100. And now we can start with our traditional method, that we can assume the total number of employees as 100. There are two categorization, one men and women, and another the persons earning more than 25,000 and the persons earning less than or equal to 25,000. We have to combine the things very clearly, and we have to focus on the thing to what fraction, and fraction is formed on the basis of what? The number of things out of the given total numbers that I have explain. Thank you. Now, this is another question which is the application of percentage, as I discussed earlier. It is a question of profit and loss, and profit and loss discount all comes under the application of percentage. So what the question says? The question is saying that Swapna bought 2 books for rupees 800 each. What she had invested? She had invested 800 for each book. It means she has 2 books, book 1 and book 2, and the cost prices for both the books are going to be 800 each. She sold one book at a loss of 10%. Now what comes? It is the loss, first book suppose, that is the 10%, and what is the another case, 15% profit. So 15% profit means what? %15 profit. This one is going to be 15% profit. Find the selling price of each and also find the total profit or loss. So the first thing that I will do, since the cost prices of each books are same, just think of mentally. I don't know what is the cost price of that article. I just suppose that she had bought each book for rupees 100. So what if she would have bought each book for rupees 100? This is method 1 that I am applying. I had supposed that 100 rupees she had paid for each book. Now she was selling that book at 10% loss. It means it is going to be deducted. That means out of 100 she is taking 10 less. So obviously 90 rupees will be the selling price of her first book. And what about she is getting or she is taking profit? So the amount will be increased, and out of 100 she is taking 100. So it is going to be 115 rupees. What I assume? I assume that suppose that the cost prices of each item or each book is 100 rupees. On the basis of that, the first one will be sold at 90 rupees and second one will be sold at 115 rupees. But exactly the question is not as that we have assumed. The question is, she had bought that each book at rupees 800. So what is the relation you can build? 800 is 8 times of that. Similarly, this one is also 8 times of that, because each book was bought at rupees 800. So in the same proportion, we can multiply the things. So 8 times of these things. So 8 times of these things, 720 rupees, and 8 times of this, that is going to be 920 rupees. So we have the answer with us. The first book will be sold at 720 and another book will be sold at 920. This is the way you can do in your mind. That's why this method is called mental way of doing the things without writing even a single number on your page and paper. What is the total profit or loss? So what we have here, the total selling price is going to be 700 and 1640 rupees. And what is the total cost price? Total cost price as 2 into 800, that is equal to 1600. So this is the total investment, or you can say cost price, and this is the output or revenue, that is the selling price So overall profit is going to be 40 rupees. What if we have to find out only the profit or loss, overall profit and loss? You can calculate it from here also. Method 2. As we know, selling price is equal to cost price into 100 plus minus profit or loss percentage upon 100. So you can do by this method also. Selling price of 1, that we take 800 into 100, loss is 10 upon 100. So this is going to be 720. Similarly, selling price of the second, that is 800. Second one was at profit to 100 plus 15%. We have not to write down 15 or simply 15. And similarly, you are getting 100, 800 and 920. So this is the total selling price. That is again going to be 1640. So there are so many techniques to solve such questions. It depends upon you how easily you construe yourself, and it depends totally on the concepts that we build in our classes. Thank you.